We have aught we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
I quite agree.
I just know it.
Here we are.
Hi, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favour? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone, and I can't find one anywhere. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true, I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhaps silver ore will serve? We can purchase it, or mine it up ourselves.
True enough.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Stomach's growling. Time for a nurse today.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Come to think of it, we might already have what we seek stored away.
My vegetables.
Got to press on. There's much needs doing.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
You have my protection. I grant you lightning span.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
I could swear I've seen what's needed here amidst what we have in storage.
What's in that into an elemental being? Most impressive, Master.
We can ill afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet routed.
That was certainly worthwhile. A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
Nothing else for it, I suppose.
Places depend upon my vigilance.
Over here, if you please.
So tight. I'd get just about anywhere.
I always seem to fly when I'm here.
Give the carters the coat.
Barely lift their swords.
Got to press on. There's much
And I shan't resist.
We have reached our destination.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling, fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
So tired. I'm barely the vim to tie my boots.
Why me?
I'd sooner stay out of battle. Where it
Mark thought he's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
I can proceed no further.
I expect this ore will suffice for the silver stone Miss Daphne requested. Let us deliver it to her now. I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them, even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hiya, Risen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
Indeed, you are correct.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt. I believe I can guide you to the person in question. The one we seek isn't here. Perchance we've come at the wrong time.
The current act. Welcome to the start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I? Always a pleasure.
At last. 'Tis a good thing we waited.
By your leave.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
Excellent work, Master. We have fulfilled our duty to satisfaction.
Indeed. You've culled more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor will soon be told in taverns.
Splendid.
Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Pray, follow me.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds, but as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security, so pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain, yet all the same, I would ask that your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Tell us, Vermont was once a beastren kingdom.
Truly?
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Very well. I shall go on ahead.
The household seek out a town I've yet to visit.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melve? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
Nice to see you again.
Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount now. I'll knock a few gold pieces off what you buy. So do come again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Hasn't anyone got coin to
All I
spare?
need right here.
That's quite enough rumour hunting for one day. This isn't much to go on. After my
Mayhap I will find my... Myself a better net.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Oh, these people tire me out.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Good day, sir. Now, what might you be looking for? Again?
Near enough choice.
Any mistakes this time round?
I'm not taking any passengers just now, sir.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light. This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I'm in fine fettle today. Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Dreams are free.
I'm in fine fettle today.
I might nod off. I'm not careful.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
I don't feel safe here.
Sir Arisen, thank heavens you've come. Saurians have claimed the village yet again, if you can believe it. Just when almost all of the villagers had arrived as well. Oh, why must these scaly fiends beset us so?
Oi, what are you doing standing about when there's work to be done?
Jonas, this is the good sir I spoke of, the one who called the Saurians for us.
Is that right? Then I expect you to aid us with this mess, stranger. You did it once afore, eh? Only natural you'd help finish the job.
My apologies for the chief's temperament. Yet he speaks truly. We have need of your strength. Pray, cull the beasts as you did before, sir. I dare say... More Saurians. Let us deliver them as far the Saurians!
I will protect you. Be your weapon with the fury of the elements.
The Saurians are no more, I see. That's twice you've come to our rescue now. You're more than a friend to Harv Village, Sir Arisen. You are a hero. Truly, we cannot...
Here he is! I found our troublemaker!
Jonas! What is the meaning of this?
This blasted beastren went and ventured into Stormwind Cave. How many times have we said none are to tread there, but he just had to poke his nose where it didn't belong. There can be no doubt he's the one who incited the Saurians' attack.
Forgive me. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Trust a beastren to muck things up.
Jonas! Surely there's no need for such talk.
You would say that, wouldn't you? Seems to me beastrens go causing problems, and we humans are lumped with the job of cleaning up after them.
Jonas, please! You're being ridiculous.
There!
I do apologize. It would seem things have turned rather uncomfortable. But we mustn't let this sour your triumph. You came to our aid when we needed it most, and for that you have our gratitude, Sir Arisen. I do hope you shall visit us again anon.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Would you mind coming over here?
Thank you, Sir Arisen. That's twice now you've aided us. We've a long road ahead, but fear not. Harv Village shall be bustling again ere long. I do hope you'll stop by if ever you're passing through.
There's aught to be said.
I appreciate you carrying our heavy items, but do let me know if you need a hand.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labours. You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold.
I shan't let it harm you. Here, strike with lightning on your side.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in... due time.
Quite so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
When enraged, this creature is capable of calamitous strength. We ought not to provoke it.
How are we meant to attack it without hindering it?
What a time to strike!
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Trey, allow me to open your chest.
Been drenched.
I grant you lightning's hand. I did my best to match your skill, Master.
This place offers a view of the sea.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths. A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
There's no need to go the long way round when a shorter route is readily available. Follow me, Master.
Are you in need of healing, Arisen?
If battle cannot be avoided, it is fight or die.
Understood.
astral foothold to soar to greater heights.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Take care where you place your feet. A sharp incline is as light to throw us off balance as 'tis our enemies. The prison has been drenched.
Arisen! Are you all right?
In another world, I learned that a forgotten rift stone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
We have slimes to contend with.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
The Arisen has been drenched.
I will protect you. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
This place offers a view of the sea.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths. Look there. I espy another statue.
Climbing it would grant a clearer picture of our environs.
One of us has been drenched.
Here, strike with lightning on your side.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
As a matter of fact, every master I've ever served has favoured different tactics. One party I joined consisted only of ranged specialists.
Words worth hearing.
Sleep or a comfy bedroll.
Nothing wrong with filching for survival.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side. Well done. You have my protection.
you trying to piss me off? Suppose things can't always go my way. Master, we have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Yet enough to show you.
Where that came from?
Seems this is where my luck runs out.
Bloody
You're
hell.
asking for it.
I'm near enough of wastrels and peas. Suppose I better get to work. Teach them a lesson they won't soon forget.
There must be some way to make it over there. But how to go about it? Might we not make use of our flying foe to reach our destination?
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
"'Twas a fine adventure we shared. May we meet again."
Delighted to meet you, especially if we share a sweet tooth. Might there be aught over there?
I ought to take a closer look.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
There's a ladder here. I sense eyes upon us.
Fancy a look at my wares?
This really is fine.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind, curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did.
Always a pleasure.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses...
These foreign bows do so intrigue me, but I shall admire them from afar. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Well, why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply will not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honoured elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold. But this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now...
Fancy a look at my wares? See a look at my wares?
Oh, good to see everyone in such fine spirit.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. But it's clear this storytelling's got little to do with his wealth. So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man wonder, it does. Could be he's involved in something untoward, eh?
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
And should my story entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two.
Aye, I'm well enough, thank you.
Tad rowdy, but I shan't complain.
What a racket.
Now.
Good
I
heavens,
shall be on top form today. I can feel it.
I hope the weather stomach's complaining.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favour to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. A trinket in yon shop caught my eye. A small, ornate box of exceptional craftsmanship. Alas, 'twould seem I do not have the coin on hand to purchase it. I can certainly procure the gold later, but by then, the box might be gone. If you'd be kind enough to lend me the amount I need, I would repay every last coin.
I'll have an early supper.
Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
Yes? Is there aught I can do for you? Or could it be that you've reconsidered my request? You bought it for me. Thank you. I'll treasure this. You're a kind soul. Pray, let me return the favour someday.
He spoke of returning the favour, but what could a lad of his age possibly muster?
I'm in no hurry to leave.
I can't wait to see.
Shall we pay Miss Daphne another visit? I find myself wondering how the young lass fares. Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Not to look forward to, but a long day.
This headache's driving me up the wall, Tis.
And a sharp resist.
Let me get that.
We have arrived.
Arms for the poor. Pray grant. What to do? What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts. That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore to purify it. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. Thanks ever so much. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Now we seek gold ore. Though it is sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice.
Right you are.
You're worrying, you are living, I say.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well?
Minute now.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
You have my support.
Arms for the poor. Hoy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! This'll be plenty, I reckon. Thank you ever so much. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand again, Arisen? Just one more time? Thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, the grown-ups are saying it's gotten worse. Now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine to go round. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can do. Apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. What would we do without you? I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's anything useful I can do.
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops, or make some ourselves by combining the ingredients.
I am well aware of the particulars.
Ahoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Thanks so much. This will make all the difference, but with so many sick. I reckon the priest could use a bit more than this.
Arms for... Poor, pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
I can't go on like this.
This headache's driving me up the wall.
When does my watch end?
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
This is it then. This is where it ends.
You've pushed your
An ox cart will
Hear that thundering gate? Tis a cyclops.
You have no means to respond to your enemy's weakness.
Well done. This brute has quite the temper. I cannot use their rage to our advantage.
Of course.
I called myself a stronger man.
We're still in the fight!
A moment of indecision makes for our king. I am very well at that.
Burn my
We'll let his feet right out from under him. Stand fast and glory shall fall.
More fighting than that!
We prevailed by the skin of our teeth. We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what the...
Well done, Master!
Let's take it easy today.
Oh, apologies, Master. My mind was 1,000 leagues away.
There's no easy thing, making a living.
Well met, sir.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
Now you will be able to attack at range.
Upon my life, no foe shall approach the Arisen.
I'll feel a sight better once I've had my dinner.
Got a crack at the skulls if you want to be chopped off. Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
It's just another day.
You're always such fun to talk to.
Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
Perhaps we ought to go there first. What say you, Arisen?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. A nice place for a picnic.
Oh, could use a rest.
Oft we forget the value of a moment's
I'll take any
contemplation.
chance not to think on my
Wait to
troubles.
see what the day holds.
I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour. Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
I know every face here.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a
Now there's a worthy prize. If only...
Are you in the market for something in particular? Do come again.
How might I be of service?
That's quite enough from the hunting.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find.
And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if...
I'm head to market, methinks.
How are we to find
Sometimes
such
all you
worn-out
need
gear?
is a moment to think.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily
I'm
life.
dead on my feet, but I've much to do yet.
Arms! Arms for the poor!
Boy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
Right you are.
Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hand would tremble on the string if 'twere me, but I expect you'll do just fine. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Oh, sir, if you please. Pray excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot imagine my relief. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
Follow me, if you would.
That's not at the expense of my duty. I'm in fine.
The rose at your neck. Oh, aye, this here's
What's going on in town? Might go and see.
So let it burn. Time to be heading home.
Welcome, good sir. My services, should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self. Hope to see you again.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Precious little time. Places such as this depend upon my vigilance.
We can see far from here, to the land beyond the sea.
For good or ill, we cannot truly know what awaits us till we tread the land ourselves.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to craft things for you in my spare time. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. No harm in picking a few.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
We must not let down our guard.
I will protect you. Sleep, magic.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Our enemies have grown in number. This battle's end is more distant than I'd hoped.
You need me at the Vanguard? Say no more. Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
We little need for a campsite at present.
There's enough to make camp only when the need arises. Climb on and I'll send you soaring! Pray, follow me.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
You must cleanse yourself of that oil, post-haste. Ensure your next attack is no less purposeful.
This is just what's needed.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up. Have at me! I'll gladly take on any number of foes. We fight. To arms!
Understood. You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold.
Focus your attacks.
But fast and true, and our warriors shall fall.
Don't fall here. We may have underestimated this bow. Time to heal up. Hold on. Stay right there.
Use me as your foothold. Forfeit of the ice. One of the targets my own master bade me fell. I should like to see it done if you've no objection. I would be glad of your assistance.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
I cannot use their rage to our advantage.
By your leave.
This bow is beyond our strength. I recommend a swift retreat.
Oh no, I'm not sure. Allow me. This bow shall fall by my hand.
Master set for me.
I concur.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Good work!
You must cleanse yourself of that all, post haste.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
While travelling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Shall we seek it out? Good thing I'm here, really. I know just where to go. Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
It would allow us to save our strength, assuming we're not attacked, that is.
It was an eventful journey, but we made it here all right.
Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hand would tremble on the string if 'twere me, but I expect you'll do just fine. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
We've been travelling together for some time now, haven't we?
'Tis well to have comrades one can. Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
A well-aimed strike, right where it hurts.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead. Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hand would tremble on the string if 'twere me, but I expect you'll do just fine. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Follow me, if you would.
It looks better on me, man.
I'm going to enjoy
I shan't allow any who've hardly arisen to go free. Anything for you, Arisen. Off I go.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? We're here, Master.
Oh, true to your word, you have come. Let us begin at once. I should like to observe your form first and foremost. So stand here and take your aim at yon targets. You have my gratitude. I learned much from you just now. In fact, I have made a discovery. Unlike those of elven make, those crafted by other races are designed for keen aim. Is that not so? But I can see this is no revelation for you. I expect you thought this design common to all those, yes? Not so for those of elven make, however. Our bows are crafted to guide not the hand, but the heart. Mayhap you will find the sentiment strange, but such is the perspective of elven kind. We are taught that arrows loosed with proper form will strike true, as if 'tis all a matter of poise. I admit, I find it rather baffling myself. Perhaps that is why my bowmanship has failed to improve. Yet with this bow, I begin to understand. Let us see if I fare any better now.
Huzzah!
What a feat! I can hardly believe it. Every last arrow found its mark, dead center. This marvel is nothing at all like an elven bow. The design allows for ease of aim and steadfast flight of each arrow. To think that I should feel such a difference. Mayhap I am more suited to a bow of foreign make than one of my own people's. It is a strange thought, but how else to explain it? My arrows have not soared so true in all my days. I'd nearly given up on myself, yet 'twould seem I am not without talent after all. My performance of this bow has divested me of such doubts. But the ingenuity of this design, if only my people would take heed. It is all very well to talk of honing one's form, but why should we not perfect the tools so integral to our customs? I am decided. I shall take this bow back to the arbor. With this as my weapon, I have no doubt I shall pass my trial of archery.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look. It's been some time since we last saw the young man who coveted that ornate box. Mayhap we ought to seek him out. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way. There's a cave near here that you haven't explored yet. I found out about it in another world. Shall I show it to you?
It's been some time since we last saw the young man who coveted that ornate box. Mayhap we ought to seek him out. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. If we are to break it, it shan't be from this side.
I understand. Keep your ears pricked. Our foes might betray themselves with the slightest sound.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
It's been some time since we last saw the young man who coveted that ornate box. Mayhap we ought to seek him out. And follow me. I'll lead the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Over here, if you please.
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your eyes peeled.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. No harm in picking a few.
Pray, follow me.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward, and you're like to stumble ere long.
Would you mind coming over here? Are you coming, Master? Our path is here.
Tis a remarkable treasure we've found.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search. This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
'Tis a dangerous thing, travelling after dark. Mayhap we could pass the night here.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure.
Yon chest is in a place not easily accessed.
How might we approach it? You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Follow me, if you would.
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt.
If memory serves, there is another place we were to visit not far from here.
The decision of which task to prioritize is the Arisen's to make.
I thought you...
It's been some time since we last saw the young man who coveted that ornate box. Mayhap we ought to seek him out. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Here we are.
We meet again. Truth be told, I was hoping we might. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full of excitement, so alive. And how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is quite strict. You understand. Oft did I long for a taste of normal life. Even aught as simple as going shopping for myself. My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so to pick out an item and obtain it with my own hands held a certain appeal. Of course, in the end, you were the one who made the purchase. That's all right. I know you meant well. Besides, I can safely say it was still a novel experience. I wanted to give you something in return by way of thanks. Here, this is for you. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go.
I might nod off if I'm not careful.
Don't look at my wares. That's more than a saucy rumour.
Hail, friend. How fare you? 'Tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. No one could be worthier of witnessing this milestone in elven archery than you. Ah, but the path to the arbour is not easily found or followed. 'Twould be best I escorted you. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on the other side. Come find me when you are ready to make for the sacred arbour, the village.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
The trial of archery is nigh. If we would bear witness, we must first go to the ruin.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Do come again.
How might I be of service?
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Always a pleasure.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Tale is, Vermund was once a Beastren kingdom.
Truly?
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
wonder if I'm cut out for this work.